I'll just roll and follow you.
All right, hi, how you doing? My name is Garrett Hendricks. I'm an actor, and I'm a Spider-Man fan. Now, I'm a huge movie fan, and I'm a bigger Spider-Man fan. I've been reading Spider-Man since I could read. And I'm a fan of the first 3 movies, maybe not so much the third. But I'm talking to you about the reboot. There was so many flaws and holes in that movie. And you might say I'm a nerd, but fine, I'm a nerd. But I'm a nerd who's passionate about the product. We're going to start from somewhere in the movie, let's say after he's been a little kid, after we've seen he's been bullied in school. Oh, that is fine. That holds true to the Spider-Man canon and the lore. And I have no problem with the cast. No problem whatsoever with the cast. I think the casting was perfect. It's the movie. Let's look at the scene when Pete breaks into Oscorp. Now, Pete has found out at this point that his dad used to work for Oscorp, and there's these files that have this algorithm that he's come up with, the 0/0, blah, 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 whatever that was. He finds out that his dad used to work for Oscorp, so he goes to Oscorp. Scene. Pete walks up to the desk in Oscorp. Now, this is post 9/1 New York City. You can't get in any damn where without ID. He steps to the desk, confused as shit, and the girl behind the counter says, "Hi, are you here for the internship?" You know, the internship? Maybe you should pick your name out of the cards. He picks up a name. Hector Rodriguez or something like that. Andrew, British as hell, Abercrombie & Fitch is named Hector Rodriguez or something like that. Whatever. The girl, who looks at him suspiciously, even repeats the name suspiciously. "Okay, Hector Rodriguez, up you go." All right, I'm fine, I'll buy it. He gets into Oscorp. Gwen Stacy happens to be leading the crew that day. Okay, fine, I'll buy it. This is where I call bullshit. Over his shoulder as he's going deeper in, we see the real Hector Rodriguez being dragged out by security going, "No! I'm the real Hector Rodriguez! No!" Bullshit. You're telling me that the real kid who stepped very confidently to the desk and said, "Hi, my name is Hector Rodriguez. I'm here for the internship." That's the one she called security on to have him dragged out of there? Bullshit. What would have happened is she would have gone, "Oh, fuck. I might be about to lose my job. Security, go get that fake Hector Rodriguez and get him the hell out of here." You know why? Because the next day, the real Hector Rodriguez would have taken him and his parents down to Oscorp and sued the shit out of them for racial discrimination. Bullshit. Boom. Next scene. He gets deeper into Oscorp. He happens to bump into a guy who happens to be carrying the files that he happens to be looking for at that exact moment. So he follows the guy. Okay. He gets deeper into Oscorp. The guy, who's probably about 100 yards away from him, does one of these things to get into a door. Peter, who I think was wearing glasses at this point in the movie, sees the code, follows it exactly. Okay. Now he's deeper in. Remember, he's there to find information about his dad. But he's in a high security building. Deep, deep, deep trouble if he gets busted. On his way to following the guy, he passes a room that's full of spiders. And he decides, rather than go follow this information about my dad, my whole reason for being in this high security building, let me go mess with these spiders. That's like someone robbing a bank, and on his way to the vault, he decides to feed the fish, because he likes fish. Bullshit! Not only does he go into this room full of spiders, which, by the way, apparently is no cameras, no alarm, even though the door before it was high-tech security, but every place in here is unlocked. He not only looks at the spiders, he messes with the spiders. He messes with the machinery. The shit stops. No alarms go off. Then the whole thing stops. And the 30 spiders fall on him. Now remember, one spider bit him, he turned into Spider-Man. In the original story, one spider got out, one spider bit him, one spider died. There's 30 of these damn things crawling around. And you're telling me when the machinery came back on, all of the spiders were like, "Ah, crap. Well, back to work, Frank." And they all just went back to work? No, those sons of bitches are crawling around somewhere. Some janitor is about to be Spider-Man. Because he's going to get bit. Bullshit. Then he goes home. He's getting on the train. He gets on the train to go back to Queens. He's asleep. It's the kid asleep with a skateboard and a bag. A group of whoever the hell these guys are get on the train. These guys all look like roadies from like Nirvana. Now, I've been in New York for a while. I have not seen anybody who looked like these guys in New York City. But okay, I'll let that slide. The leader of this group, who is dressed in like a ripped plaid shirt and whatever, whoever the fuck this guy is, but he's a grown man, decides, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna balance my beer on this sleeping kid's head. Why? At best, what you're gonna get is that kid's gonna wake up and you're gonna lose your beer. Why the hell would he do that? He balances the beer on Pete's head. Now, Spider-Man has a spider sense. The spider sense warns him of danger. What wakes him up, what sets the spider sense off, isn't the guy approaching him, isn't even the bottle that's placed on his head. It's the drop of water that gets to falling down the bottle and is about to land on his head. If the spider sense is setting him off for drops of water, God forbid you walk under some air conditioners in the summer. Because you're going to be going fucking berserk. And let alone it be a drizzly afternoon. Holy shit. Danger, 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 danger. What? So, when spider sense sets him off and wakes him up, he sticks to the fucking ceiling. He's stuck to the fucking ceiling. He's stuck to the fucking ceiling. And all the guys on the train who are fucking with him are not like, holy shit, this guy just stuck to the ceiling. No, they give him a look. He gets down. He bends a pole. And they want to fight him. Bullshit. Who would fight a guy who stuck to the fucking ceiling and did it on purpose, by the way, too? It wasn't like some accidental shit. He stuck to the ceiling and was looking at him like, yeah, bitch, I stuck to the ceiling. And then bent a pole. Bent it and breaks it. Who the fuck fights that guy? What would have happened is he'd have stuck to the ceiling, everybody would have looked at him, and then one of the other guys in the gang would be like, see, man, I told you not to fuck with him, man. Why'd you even fuck with that guy? Yo, man, my bad. You want the beer? Then goes home, argument, out into the street. He's going to go buy some chocolate milk from the bodega. The guy working behind the counter is the biggest dick of a bodega worker I've ever seen. And he doesn't let Pete buy some chocolate milk for 2 cents. Even though there's a find a penny, leave a penny thing. 2 cents. I haven't seen a find a penny, leave a penny in New York City like ever. And I've never seen a bodega worker flip out over fucking 2 cents. But okay, he's that big of a dick. The guy behind him is the burglar who eventually kills Uncle Ben. The only thing is the guy behind him doesn't show a gun, doesn't rob him at gunpoint. The register is open. He reaches in, takes the money, grabs a six-pack and leaves and tosses Pete some milk. The bodega owner, hey, stop that guy! He goes out into the street. Hey, stop that guy! And he asks Pete, hey, little help? Seriously? You just humiliated this freaking kid for 2 cents and you asked him to help you? Pete's 2 cents should have been like, here's my 2 cents, suck my fucking dick. No fucking way am I helping you over this, you asshole. All right. The burglar's walking down the street. He bumps into Uncle Ben. Gun falls out. Uncle Ben decides to wrestle this fucking guy for his gun. Uncle Ben, who's an old man, who's taking care of his nephew and who's married, decides he's a hero this day and he's going to wrestle this guy for his gun. No. What would have happened is Uncle would have been like, gun. He'd have been the fuck out of there. No fucking way a grown man, old man is fucking with this guy over a gun. And here, by the way, is a big crux of the problem. In the original story, Pete chose not to help the guy. He had gotten his money as the wrestler. He had already revealed himself to be Spider-Man. So the guy the security guard who needed the help, could legitimately ask him, hey man, you tore apart people in the ring. You could have helped me. Screw that, I'm Spider-Man, man. He had his ego. That was the reason that the story, with great power comes great responsibility, really hits home, because it was entirely his ego. In this story, he didn't know this fucking guy had a gun. And this dude who worked at the bodega was a dick. What person would not have been like, fuck you and your 2 cents? So the whole story, the whole thing is lost because Pete didn't really have a good enough reason to want to help this guy anyway. So yeah, this burglar ended up killing his uncle. Yeah, I'd feel a certain sort of way. But I'd still be able to counter it by going, but I didn't know the guy had a gun. And this guy was a dick. Why would I help him? So the lesson is not learned. It's not impactful. Next scenes. He's going out, he's Spider-Man, he does a couple Spider-Man-y things. Now we meet Captain Stacy, who's Gwen's dad, played by Ned Leary. Or Dennis Leary. He's fine, I have no problem with him. There's a scene where, now he's already met Spider-Man at this point, he's seen what Spider-Man can do. There's a scene where Spider-Man is swinging away in the distance. And Dennis Leary comes up and says to the cops, so, you're telling me 10 of New York's finest couldn't stop one guy in some tights? Excuse me, Captain, you mean the guy swinging the fuck away, that guy? You that's the guy you're talking about? That guy in tights? What would you have done, Captain? I know it sounds like I'm nitpicky, and I am. But if it had been one, maybe two, maybe three of these things, I wouldn't have a problem. But no, every scene. For example, now, remember he's chasing after the lizard. The guy has become the lizard at this point, Dr. Connors. He's trying to find the lizard's whereabouts. He's down at like 34th and 6th. He's looking around going, I wonder where the lizard is. Oh, maybe he's over there at that train station, where all those fucking lizards are. Anybody who lives in New York City knows full freaking well there's no lizards. I haven't even seen lizards in a pet store in New York City. How the fuck is there all these fucking lizards? Where are 30 of them crawling around? And again, nobody seems to take notice of the fact that there's fucking lizards. Even if you lived in Florida, if you had like 30 fucking lizards crawling around, people would be like, damn, that's a fucking lot of lizards, even for Florida. It's New York City, man. And some of them were like chameleons, which is like the most tropical lizard in the world. There's no fucking chameleons in New York City. Later on in the movie, I think there's a scene where he saves some people that are like stuck to the bridge with webs, like a bunch of cars have flipped off, and he like, this is what it is. He climbs down a car he's stuck to the side of the bridge, climbs down the web, he rescues a kid. For some reason, he takes his mask off. Why? Because it's Andrew Garfield and we need some FaceTime. Takes his mask off, tells the kid, come on. Saves the kid, swings away. Except when he swings away, that's when we see that there's like 10 other cars stuck to the bridges. What about the rest of those people? What, they didn't have a cute kid in the car? So fuck them. Batman will be along any minute. He'll clean up. He just swung away. Fuck those people. Oh, forgot another part. Sorry. Let's rewind. So, by the way, he's still tracking the guy who killed his Uncle Ben. He finds some guy who's like carjacking cars in Queens somewhere. Now, the guy, mind you, a carjacker in Queens, has one of these like James Bond devices that you stick to the side of a car and it like feeds through the electronic signals and unlocks the car. Where the fuck did this guy get one of those? He's a carjacker in Queens. Then, not only is he gets in the car, he sits down. Guess who's in the back seat? Spider-Man. How the fuck did he get in the car? He was bit by a spider, not a radioactive carjacker. How the fuck did he get in the car? How the fuck did he know what car this guy was getting ready to break into? Then gets out the car, whatever, but how the fuck did he do that? Don't tell me, oh, it's Spider-Man. Bullshit. How did he do that? Then he's getting chased by, he's still trying to find the burglar. He gets chased by a bunch of guys who, I think he like confronted some guy. It turned out that the guy wasn't the guy. Then the guy had some friends and they all chased Peter Parker down the alley. Now, okay, except that as he's running down the alley from these guys, he boing, 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 and he's at the top of some row of apartment building. He's at the top. He pulls his mask off. He kind of is getting stuff together. And then 2 seconds later, the same guys who were chasing him on the street 4 or 5 or 6 stories below come up some stairs. How the fuck did they get up there so quick? Because you gotta remember, they're chasing him and he goes boing, boing, boing. And he's at the top of like a 6-story building in 2 jumps. This is what would have happened. Well, fuck it, man. We can't catch that guy. Who the fuck it's gonna... Where is the... This was my problem. Where is the what the fuck in these movies? Where the fuck is the what the fuck? So, true believers, that's the end of my story. I'll be back to talk about Amazing Spider-Man 2 if I can stomach it.